All systems go. Clear for liftoff. What's up, everyone? Tyler Tamboline here, a.k.a. ToeTagginTambo, back for another launch show. This one, the NFL Early Bird Launch Show. We are going to break down everything NFL over at SHIPIT Nation. We've got all the content upcoming, new content coming this year, football content, not just NFL, which we'll get to later, and a lot more than that. I got my guy Hoopster here with me, as always, to break all these things down. Hoopster, only 55 sleeps, I think someone said. Maybe I'm off by a day or two. Maybe it's better, maybe it's worse, but we're getting close, man. NFL just around the corner, and we're excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, NFL talk it's unlike anything else in this industry. Like, you get excited about it. It is the premier DFS sport. It's the big thing in town. Like, everyone wants to be a part of NFL DFS, and it's only less than 2 months away. Very exciting time for people that play DFS. Very exciting time for people that produce and consume DFS, NFL DFS content. And we're excited. I mean, we're very excited to get our product out there. You know, this will be our second NFL season. And man, I think we can both look back on year one and say it blew our expectations out of the water in terms of what we offered to the people, what our community was able to accomplish in year one. And I know we'll talk about that here along the way. 2 Millie Maker winners. I mean, just endless 6-figure wins for our community, 5-figure wins, even 4-figure wins. I mean, 4-figure wins can be, almost life-changing for some people. So we don't discount any wins, and we always pride ourselves on when we do well, our community does well. And we have the proof to kind of back that up. I mean, a lot of really, really big weeks last season where myself, you, our other coordinators had big weeks. And the most rewarding part about doing content is when the community comes along with you for those wins. So you get the big celebration at the end. We had a lot of that last year, just looking to build on the success that we had in year one, rolling into year two. And I think we have a hell of a plan that we're ready to roll out to this awesome community. Just awesome community, people that are members at SHIPIT Nation, the YouTube community, people on Twitter that support us. We thank everybody for the support in year one. We're 15 months in now at this point, and we're ready to go full steam ahead into our second NFL season, and so excited to talk through it here with you on the show.
Yeah, very excited. Like you said, thank you to everybody for all the support along the way. It's been awesome. We are about to hit month 14 at SHIPIT Nation, believe it or not. So super exciting. We obviously had our 1-year anniversary, but just to go through it, because not going to make this, we've done a lot of launch shows. They've been fun. They've been successful, been great things come out of them. But I will say this, we know that we got to kind of keep it short and sweet. A lot of people will watch us on playback. We will hold the price and the offer, which the offer is very good, that you'll want to stick around for at the end as far as the early bird goes. But just to note, we are going to go through what we're going to be offering, the Shiptimizer, which is our optimizer, the Shiptimizer, which is designed to help you ship. We'll talk about that when we get there, and we have the NFL version up and ready to show you. It won't be live on the site anytime soon, not till August 5th when that goes live for that one. But just to note, some of the other stuff we'll be covering. We'll recap some of the success from last year just to show you, and then we'll get to the final stuff with the price, the offer, and everything that you're here for. So, Hoop, let's start with NFL. I'm going to just switch it over here for you. And I know we've got some new stuff. Obviously, one of the most exciting things of last year was the merge with Degenerate 75 and with James. And so we're excited about that. Let me just pull this one up here now. Stop sharing. Busting it up on day one here, but we do have it ready to go. Yeah, we're good. So we're going to have some new stuff. Like, just to look at the menu real quick, we're going to have our projections and ownership for the main slate. We're going to have our projections and ownership for the showdown slates, but we're going to have the stone now, right? We had, obviously, James had his Rosetta Stone. It's now branded The Stone, and we've just crushed with it in PGA. We've brought it into other sports with MMA, with MLB, lots of other stuff we've been doing with it. NASCAR even. We include NASCAR in all of our packages, so that's just a note as well. But we'll have our normal core reports, our player pools, the slate plans, the stuff people know and love. But then we'll also have our stack rankings, which crushed last season. If you watched any of the review shows with myself and our guy Nades, we broke all that down, the basic DVP ratings. our rankings. We'll have the slate info, the showdown stuff. And then, of course, our guy Marley does all the extras, right? We cover those additional slates like the tiers, afternoon slate, the primetime slate. So we really do have everybody covered from a DFS perspective. Again, I can't stress that enough. We talk about this all the time. It's not just the picks and the plays and the cores and all that. You can take all of this data and information and go and make your own stuff happen. But anything to add on that? Because I think that's the big thing is, first off, what are we going to be doing? What are we going to be covering?
Yeah, so I mean, one of our mottos is always to improve and add on, and obviously we're very confident with the NFL product that we offered last year. So it's going to honestly be pretty similar, and a couple additions in the work, a couple improvements in the works. Obviously, the stone, like you have highlighted there, that's a huge addition to our product that we did not have last year. But for the most part, you're getting what you got last year, and if you followed our content throughout the NFL season, I'm willing to bet you probably had a pretty damn good NFL season, because a lot of phenomenal calls, content that led to some big wins. So very similar product to what we had last year. The saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and that's kind of our mindset. Like, we had a lot of success last year. We're not going to come in and revamp everything we do. We're just going to improve what we already did last year, a couple additions, and we're ready to roll right into NFL, and that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, just a quick ad, and then I'll go to the next segment. But just here also, if you go to Shop Education NFL, you can also see that another thing you get, it's member access only, but it comes with any membership that you go in and get the course. It's a 4-hour DFS course where you can actually see all the stuff that we broke down. And funny enough, like, this stuff is all translated. Like I talked about King of the Beach was right back in it there last year. I taught, had big tournament wins, both you and I and the members, using a lot of this stuff and being able to dissect this. We did the same in golf. We had a section that people were like, will anybody actually use that? We had a ton of members make the Fantasy Golf World Championship. You and I were lucky enough to get there to the final, not the result we wanted, but just to show it off. Like, we're talking about the stuff that actually matters. All the best players in DFS in the world are subscribed to a site. Some of them are subscribed to our site. Some of them are to our competitors, which we'll show more on later. But I'll just say, this is what gives you a leg up to be able to have information, stay competitive in these tournaments that we're trying to go up against when you're trying to win the big bucks. So I think that's just one thing to note and go off of. The next thing, Hoop, which will come up later, but college football, huge addition, right? Degenerate 75, bringing in his team. They've got projections. They've got ownership. They've got the stone for college football. There's going to be a core report, a player pool, a slate plan. And then, of course, don't forget our Discord community, which is for all these sports that we offer. And it's segmented out with special notifications that you can turn on for just that channel. But in college football, there's a ton of happenings right up to lock, right? Where you're going to have a guy that's last minute, or everyone's watching the beat writers to get as much information as possible. That will be in our Discord, which you'll see how active it is in the next segment here when we go through some of these late night Millie Maker winners. But anything you want to add on with the college football stuff, Hoop, or anything more on the content in general that we're going to be offering for not just NFL, but for football as well?
Yeah, if you're a college football DFS player, you are, let me just say this very clearly, you're definitely going to want to stay to the end and hear the offer that we have for college football. I think it's truly an unbeatable offer. So make sure you stay tuned to the end so you can hear and get the details of the college football offering that we have.
Yeah, I'm going to switch to Shiptimizer and shout out to our guy, Justin Wahlberg, original founding family member, said, is CFB going to be on the Shiptimizer? We've been open and transparent about everything with it. The Shiptimizer has now been out for about, a month and a half, I think, almost 2 months now, where we've had it out. Members are able to use it for free. Maybe I'm not exactly on that. It might be a month and a half, but still, just of note, we added MMA. NASCAR is just around the corner. College football will be on the back burner to start, but any sport that gets added will be brought in and included with any membership. So just to keep that in mind, just like what we did with SHIPIT Nation when we only had baseball, hockey, basketball, and golf, waiting for the other sports to come around and didn't fully have everything else, it's the same way for this side of it with Shiptimizer. All of that will be included when it's brought over. If you have to use, if you want to use an optimizer and get one for college football, there is alternatives out there. Our partner, the Solver, you can use and just pay for the single term, and it'll still be worth it. And again, you'll know why when we get to the end. I got to say, go back here for a second, say what's up to our guy, Mike. Happy birthday to Mike. He said the best birthday you can get. Such a great birthday present for me, talking football in July. Appreciate you, man, and happy birthday to you. So definitely going to be some college football that you're waiting around for. Shout out to our guy, Smarty Goat, the rest of the team. We got a lot going on when it comes to college football. Hoop, let's talk about Shiptimizer. This is the NFL version, which is not live on the site yet. Obviously, the other ones are all live, but definitely want to talk about this for a second because this one was built out before the other ones. Kind of funny. Like, we have the other sports. We even helped getting the PGA one off the ground. We helped getting MMA off the ground using some features from some other optimizers. But just to say that inside of this one, NFL was already pretty well developed. So we've got NFL. It is going to be for Showdown, which includes captain mode. And then it already has a lot of build settings that you can put in, like settings that are really strong for something like the Millie Maker. If you want to make sure you have a certain amount of guys under a certain percentage to get extra correlation, you can go to some of these stack settings and team settings and all these different things. So anything just to add from an optimizer perspective, because obviously our optimizer, Shiptimizer, is designed to help you ship with some of these build settings that you can change around.
Yeah, so we've been very clear, upfront, honest about this, the Shiptimizer, and some of the other sports were work in progress. That's why we've brought in exactly $0 from the Shiptimizer. We've made it free for everyone to use, try out, provide feedback, and we in turn make the necessary changes with our developers. It's a little bit different with NFL. NFL is a foolproof product, ready to go. We started with NFL. We made sure that it was built out, ready to go, and it will be ready to roll for, already ready to go. Obviously, we just need some NFL slates, which are coming up relatively soon here. So this one's all set, ready to go, and very excited and confident in this one. Very confident in the NFL Shiptimizer. I mean, it's foolproof, and we're very confident, and I think you guys are going to love it.
And just to note too, right now we already have PGA Showdown, MLB Classic, MMA, which is just the standard Classic, and then NBA we had Classic, and we'll get Showdown for next season. But just to note it, like, that will show up here when NFL comes out, and that's where you'll find it. You just go to Shiptimizer, hit the drop down, you're able to use it. We have a bunch more features coming too, just to note it quickly, like tee times for PGA, baseball, the team stacks that people want, where you can just say, I want 20% of the Mariners tonight. You can get that. MMA, we have it to set up to avoid fighters. There's a bug there that we're working on. Again, we've been transparent about it all. Anything that's broken is why it's still free. We're trying to fix it to make sure it's 100% correct. We've been told and are good to go that it's going to be ready before August 5th, but we extended it to August 5th just to give it a month before football starts to make it make sense for everybody. So just a note on that, but everything that's happening, just like our regular Ship It Nation product, anything with the improvements and add-ons, you will get included, no charge. That's going to be built into it. We'll show more on that in the end. Just going back though, Hoop, I want to show just some of the stuff from last year. I know people were looking at, like, what type of year did you have? I heard someone say, like, Ship It Nation is amazing for golf. We see the logos up at the top all the time. One of the things I'll say for a fact, and now we have logo contests and different stuff that we've been doing, but I know last year, because NFL, we were still so new, not everyone always rocked the logo. But there was a lot going on, and we were showcasing it every single week. It was in the Discord, had everything up there. This was a week where, you won $70K, but then right behind you, Kid Lightning, man, oh man, I had this one in, and you look at it, you had like 30,000 and change. T Jones had a huge week. It was like 19,000. Big Daddy Kane over 10K. This is just to show off one week like that, but it was what you talked about, right? When you won, and that was a prime example. I think you even showed it was basically your core off the site, which is the way it works, but everybody was coming along with you. It wasn't just you winning. So you can elaborate on that. I'll show off some more of the wins from last season.
Yeah, I mean, we had some phenomenal calls along the way, and I know a big part of what we did the last NFL season was the Dak Prescott stuff, and kind of being the first, I'd say, in the industry to kind of realize what was going on. Their team was just passing a ton. Their defense kind of spotty. It really didn't have a running game. Tony Pollard was kind of a bust, and we took advantage of those situations where Tony Pollard was looking to be 50, 60% owned, very highly owned player. And we just went to the passing offense. We went to Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb on so many of those occasions, and we're able to capitalize on it and make big bucks. So it kind of turned into like a little bit that we had on the show, because I've always shit on Dak Prescott as someone that can go out there and win football games. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't want to play him in fantasy. So it turned into a little joke. Dak Prescott, it's a business decision. And guess what? That part of the business did pretty damn well last year. Dak Prescott treated us in a big way last season. Again, life-changing money for a lot of people on our site. That's just one example. So this screenshot that you have pulled up here, the team that won was exactly tied to the content on the site. We were on Dak, we were on CeeDee Lamb. I think it was Trenton Irwin or something was a guy listed on there. It's all there.
Just that's the point. It's like it wasn't just you winning and people saying, "Oh, Hoop always wins anyway." It's not anything special. It's that all these other people came around. I love things like this. Jay Steele finally, after 7 years, ships the Minimax, right? 6K. Jay Bannock has just been on fire across all sports. D-Gas, she had like a huge couple of weeks there. Another thing too is like this was for PGA. Some of them was mixed in. This is when both were going down, but we had a lot of members win tickets. And just going back to this, we've done this in all sports. You see it in the MLB streets right now, golf for sure. But the secret of satellites, which we do cover in our course, our members have really got behind these satellites and started to realize this is a bit of the way. We got Showdown covered. I mean, I had a huge Showdown win towards the end of the season. I had, a 100K week here with the 10K golf week. I had another 100K week using my guy Hamwich's FanDuel slate plan.
Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up last year because I pulled up content that I specifically did, but I know on at least 2 occasions, a lot of sites kind of just hone in on DraftKings and they don't have the FanDuel component. The prize pools on FanDuel are massive, and we have a couple guys on our staff, specifically Ham, specifically G Risen, and another guy on the horizon that we'll get to at some point, that focus in on FanDuel. So we have content dedicated to FanDuel, and I know on a couple of occasions you went through and just built your team from the slate plan that Ham produced. And you had it like, what was it? It was $100,000 week, right? You just went through.
Yeah, this was December 3rd.
Yeah,
100K, and then I ran it back. The next time was, or I guess it was October 1st.
Yeah,
and I got it in October, and then ran it back in December the same way, same slip. But in for 2,300 this time. The first time was I think 8. It's not sharing right now, but it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 entries in the $55 100K. So. Yeah, huge weeks just using Ham slate plan for sure.
Yeah, and again, that's one thing we pride ourselves on is our content leading to success. We saw a ton of it last NFL season. I mean, just a ton of it where the community gets behind the content, and these big weeks happened so many times last season. And I'm very confident it's going to happen again because we're doing the same thing, man. Same sort of content, same team. That's one thing we always prided ourselves on, man. We're gonna build our team out exactly how we want it. We have our team. It's gonna be the same guys from last season producing this NFL content. And we're very, very excited about that.
Yeah, the community is crushed. Like 31K here. Shout out to our guy Chad. He got into the King of the Beach, ended up getting to meet him there along with other members. Like I said, we focused in on these satellites, these qualifiers, things like that, and it was really solid. And then 100K here for MDD, who we then found out was D-Dry, because that was his 100K win. And just a couple weeks later, he goes on to win the $1 million, which if you guys haven't seen it yet, you can go to our YouTube, which you're on now, subscribe. We're trying to get to 8,000. Once we get to 8,000, we're going to do an annual giveaway, just a note. But we had him win the Millie. We had Chris Hearn win the Millie Maker at the Masters. And then the best part of it all, this is my favorite one actually, is right here. Mark F. So let's go back for a second here. When was this? I'm trying to find D-Dry here when he won it. I don't know if I have it up. It was week 6 anyway. And a couple weeks later, Mark F right here wins the Millie Maker on a Showdown slate. And the first person, talk about an active Discord. We talk about our Discord all the time. At 1:40 a.m., at 1:49 a.m., the first person to hop in and say congrats is previous Millie Maker winner that we did the interview with, D-Dry, hops in and congratulates Mark right away, Millie Maker to Millie Maker. So that was just a cool thing to see in the Discord. But yeah, two Millie Maker winners came out of the NFL season last year, and then a bunch more members. $300,000 just in wins yesterday. That's 100K here. D-Dry had a 140K week in November as well. Mark had another. It's funny enough, the Millie Maker winners were putting up the scores there. Yeah. 13,000 from KJ10, 30,000 from our guy Shady, who we got to meet in Arizona, which was awesome at one of the events we did there with the Degen 75 and SHIPIT Nation merger collaboration. So when we got down there, Romeo, 14K, always gives back. Love to see that. Shout out to our guy, Kevin K. Brearden. Had a ton of great events. That was in NFL, but he's been crushing it in PGA. It's literally in his name as well. Just lots, $20 to $1,600. This is what you were talking about earlier, Hoop. Like this is massive ROI, right? So it's a little bit of something for everybody. Is there anything else you wanted to cover on that side of things before we get to sort of the breakdown on the price?
And, a few occasions last season for me specifically, I know you ran into it as well, where you had some really good teams. The content kind of matched up with the teams. teams falling a little short. I had a week I can remember. I had a team finished, what was it? It was like 4th and 6. I know we have it on our Twitter somewhere, but I finished 4th and 6, and this team's in contention. This team's going. I just can't get to the top. And there's a guy that's in like 1st and 2nd place, winning like $80-some thousand, and come to find out it's a SHIPIT Nation member. And it's like, man, all right, I didn't get there, but it's super rewarding that, if I didn't get there, the guys on top are SHIPIT Nation members, part of our community, winning life-changing money, man. That's what this stuff's all about. And yeah, obviously I would like to win the money. I'm not saying like, okay, I don't want to win the first place prize, but guess what? If it's not going to be me, I am very fine with it being someone in the SHIPIT Nation community. And that happened on, multiple occasions last NFL season.
Yeah, we had our success. I always say that too. It's just one of the things that doesn't get talked about enough around the industry is that like, it's the setup of every site out there. And we're going to get to the competitors in just a second to show this off. But every site has great players, has people that I respect, has people that I've been at these live final events with, that they have that as well. But it's all about the other side of it on top of it. Not saying they can't do this, but just to say the price matters, the valuable, how valuable is the content? Does it work? We're showing it's worked for many people, not just us. And then is it an engaging community? Is it professional? Is it fun? Is it an active Discord? Is it, people that have coached and talked about this stuff for a long time, or is it people that are just really good at DFS that are now starting a site? That's kind of the thought process behind what we do. I've been doing this at all different sites. I've worked at these competitors. I don't have bad things to say about them. I'm just showing what they offer, what we offer, and then how our offer gets even better. I will bring this up first quick is Phantom, who's been crushing it lately in the MLB streets too, says, been with the nation approaching 6 months, been a tremendous help. I've been doing DFS 10 plus years, and no other community I've been with has education courses. Roto Grinders actually had some for a little bit there. I don't think they've updated them anytime soon. It's not a shot. It's just to say the facts. I used to use them. I have full respect for everything that they do over there, but we made this a promise to everybody that we would continue to do these. And just a note, I was just texting with our guy Title, who's in here right now, and him and Marley will be recording the MMA process, DFS process 101 shortly. So if you want to get in the MMA streets, maybe more on that in a little bit, that'll be a course you can take as well. Go ahead, Hoop.
One thing to add on, just a Title real fast, is, cash games are not the sexiest part of DFS anymore. Like, 8 years ago when I was playing, like, cash games it's where it was. Like, you could make a lot of money. People didn't know what they were doing. But we still pride ourselves in our cash game content, and Title grinds these slates, basically every single slate, all these sports, MLB, NBA, NFL, MMA. He's still grinding cash. So we're not just putting up cash content, based on who we think the best values are. Title is building out cash game teams, and specific to NFL, he's playing all these slates. So it's not just content from someone that thinks this is a good cash game play, which is what a lot of sites are doing now. Not many people are playing cash. Other sites in the industry don't have players that are grinding every cash slate. We do. We have Title, and his content is second to none in terms of cash. Now, we're not going to talk about cash games for 15 minutes on the show. Like I said, it's not the sexiest part of NFL DFS anymore. But we have Title, who is fully dedicated to the cash game aspect of NFL DFS, and we're very proud to have him on our team.
Yeah, a couple comments here. We suggest this. Shout out to Matthew Taylor, said 100K win in the late games with his Niners stack. Again, congrats. It's like a lot of people were winning last year. And Ross, who's always been there for us, shout out to Ross, as community wins are what it's about. And that's what we've said from day one, right? It's where we'll pick up our wins just like those other people at other sites will pick up their wins along the way. It's continuously bringing the members in, getting them involved, and having us all win together. That's the best thing. Like Title said, we will have our cash show, so it will still get covered. But to his point, it's not going to be on the other shows as much. We'll have a dedicated show towards that. The chat talked about the education courses, what we have right now, which will be important. MLB, PGA. We've got our NFL is our longest one with the most, I think we saw it right here. Mike Spencer, the birthday boy, says it helped me so much last year. Going to watch it again for a refresher. I can tell you, I went back just recently before the FGWC live final, even going through the process of it, of breaking it down round 3 through 1. And I even watched our own segment on our own course just to refresh my memory. And it helped me get to the finals again. Like just remembering how I should play each round. Leverage, if those remember the term that I trademarked out there, the heavy leverage. It worked well in round 2, close for some others I know that didn't quite make it. But anyway, just to go through that quickly, we're getting to the 25-minute mark. If you guys have questions, start throwing them in. I am going to throw up this graphic and we're going to talk about it. The colors at the top could be whatever you make of them. That's up to you, but just it's facts only. We have said from the start, we're going to disrupt this industry based on prices, offerings, valuable content at the most affordable prices. This is just a price comparison breakdown we had put together just to show you with our NFL package. Clearly, spoiler alerts out there on the price. It's going to be $299. It's actually $349, but it's going to be $299 right now with the early bird special. More on that in a minute. But just to break it down quickly, there's only one other site of these 5 shown that have the optimizer included. The rest you do have to buy up and add it on. So that just shows very simply what are the NFL package prices at our competitors, who has an optimizer included, and what it would cost to add on said competitor's partner with their optimizer. It's just facts. And the prices go up at the total from $299 to $425 to $569 to $1082 to $1109. And then early bird bonuses. This is why we were excited about this show, and we said we were going to do something different than we've seen in the industry. All these sites, again, no knock on any of them, to each their own. I say it all the time, even when Hoop, I came up with one for Hoop this year. The acronym for SHIP is Skip High Industry Prices. That is what this graphic is detailing, why you should skip high industry prices and take a shot with us. But just to note, like, I'm fine with people charging whatever they want. That's business, and people are paying it. So that's how it works. Supply, demand, people buying. If they choose, they decide the value. But we're always going to try and put the best possible price, the most affordable out there for as many people as possible to join the community, find the success that we're showing off, and hopefully skip the learning curve. There's no promises you're going to get better or make money or whatever it might be. We can't promise you that. A lot of it's like everything in life. You got to put the time in. You got to put the work in. You guys see my signs. Nobody cares. Work harder. That's part of it. But this breaks it down and says that $299 is better than the current prices at all these other sites, includes the optimizer for Classic and Showdown for NFL. And then, while it says the others have no early bird bonuses, we do have early bird bonuses. So Hoop, I'll kick it over to you and let you talk about it. I think this was a great idea. We thought, how can we best help the people? We'll talk more on that in a second, but I'll let you talk about it first. So talk to us about these early bird bonuses. And once you break them down, I'll bring up the next graphic.
Yeah, so, we talked about it, obviously, when we built this business. And again, I say it a lot on this show, and it's the truth. Like, a name in this industry can go a long way in terms of how much money you can make on the business side. And myself and Tambo are pretty established, and a lot of other guys on our team as well are established in this industry. We could charge a hell of a lot more if we wanted and make more money personally. But from the beginning, that's not what we were ever about. Yes, I'm in business to make money. I'm not pretending like I'm not. But again, we could make a hell of a lot more. We could charge a hell of a lot more, but we wanted to provide a product to the public at an affordable rate that represents the best value in the industry. And that's truly, where we're at. I mean, I saw what was going on. The price tags just continue to go up. Yes, inflation's all over the place, but man, the inflation in the DFS industry appears to have hit new highs in terms of what these guys are price charging for their product. So we wanted to put an end to that, and I think we have. And we talked about it from the beginning. Our ultimate goal is to provide an all-encompassing DFS product. We're at that point now. And when you combine it with the optimizer, we're really at that point. And you can see these aren't just made up numbers. These are legitimate numbers from other sites in the industry. Like Tambo said, there's colors at the top. If you want to, try to guess which is which, that's fine. But the main point stands true, is that we are the most affordable price in the industry, which now represents the best value in the industry, and something we're going to stick to. We've always been about that. We talk about it, and that's not ever going to change for us.
The price only goes up when we add more value. There is a lot of things rhyme with nation. Inflation is not one that we put in with it, though. There is no inflation nation. The prices always stay there. And with that said, Hoop, let's introduce it, man. Let's put it up there. The same slide, only we're unlocking the early bird bonuses. This is what you came for. This is what you stuck around for. We hit it by the 29-minute mark. So very simple. For 1 week only, just like when we launched the site. And this will affect everybody. It's awesome because here's the deal. No matter what any other site is offering you, they have the best early bird price they're going to give you, most likely, but they don't have this early bird bonus that we have. At them, you'll just get the good deal, wait 55 days, and start playing NFL with them. And that's great. But at our site, not only is it going to be the best price, comparable across the board, as you can see on your screen, but anybody who signs up in the next week is going to get the deal from $349 down to $299, but they are also going to get free all access until NFL. You heard that right. So it's simple. You are going to get access to everything we offer on the site. The SHIPIT for PGA, MLB, and MMA. You are going to get all of the PGA stuff. Showdown, main slate, everything we offer for PGA. You're going to get all the MMA stuff. You're going to get all of the MLB stuff that's going on right now. NASCAR is included. The education courses, all 4 of them, you'll have access to. And then on top of that, we're going to include the college football content for free. So everything you see on the site under college football, where there's the projections, which is the player projections and ownership, the stone, the core report, the player plan, the player pool, the slate plan, all of that will also be included. So you'll essentially be getting football only for $2.99. And that's full inclusive. And you'll also get a special offer right before the season starts. If you love the all access and decide you want to switch, you will get a special all access deal where you can take your entire $2.99 credit and apply it towards that. If you see the truth, you like what you see, you love the Discord, you love the community and what we're all about, we're going to give you that on top of it as well. So I don't think any other site is going to have this. And I think a lot of people that are waiting to get an NFL only package, you don't have to wait anymore because you're going to pay the best price already and get to use all access for the next 2 months, which is a $70 to a $99 value per month, depending on how you look at it. So give us your extra thoughts here, Hoop. Chime in. This is a wonderful idea. I think people are going to love it. And you definitely do get the stone with all access. I mean, Jeremy asked it here. You get you literally get everything we offer, no matter what with this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, when a lot of planning obviously went into this in terms of the pricing, the packages, how we're going to roll all this out. As a business, you obviously want to get your NFL's, huge. This is the biggest sport in our industry. You obviously want to get your product out to the public as early as possible. You and I, just to be fully transparent, we're on a phone conversation. We're like, yeah, we want to get it out early, but do we really want people to sign up for NFL in July and then they have to sit around and wait for 2 months before they can use the product that they paid for, in July? They can't use it until September. So I can still remember the conversation. We're going back and forth. And then I think this light just kind of went off and you know what? Let's just give these people an opportunity to test out our all access for free. So now we're at the situation where, yes, this is only going to last 1 week, but the earlier you sign up, the more value you're getting out of this, because this weekend we have MMA, we have MLB, we have, other sports going on. I think NASCAR going as well. So you get at PGA Showdown, you get access to all our content.
There's a major next week.
Majors. Yeah. The Open Championships next week. So, very excited to launch this. And it's not just our best price possible, but it's our best price possible plus 2 months of free all access, which is basically that's like a $150 value essentially. If you go off our full pricing on our website and throw in the optimizer too, it's even higher than that. So really excited to launch this. And then the college football stuff, that's one of my pet peeves in this industry, where people just throw up these crazy price tags for the niche type sports. And we talked about it with PGA, and that's not a niche sport, but I'm saying the price that people are charging for PGA only and stuff like that. And in college football, you'll see it. It's right around the corner. I'm sure I haven't dug into it, but I'm sure sites are charging just a sick amount of money for college football. We have a team, I don't know the exact number, but it's probably going to be 6 to 7 guys. A lot of people are asking about our guy Smarty. Yes, Smarty will be involved in our college football product. So it's just going to be a part of the product that we offer. It's going to be a football package. It's not NFL. And if you don't use college football, you don't play college football, that's fine. It's just going to be part of the package. So maybe you'll win a ticket here or there, and guess what? You have college football content for free. You're not paying anything additional for it. So again, we wanted to keep our prices low. We wanted it to be affordable for people that are interested in content, and then just provide the most value possible. And I just, this is the best possible offer, the best possible. I can't imagine coming up with something better than what we've come up with. This is the deal, and now's the time to act on it. We've talked about everything on the show, the NFL content, the community, the Discord, all that sort of thing. Now is the time to act. It's going to last for 1 week. The link's right here, the banner. You click on the banner, it takes you right to the process. It takes you right to the plan. And right now, obviously, it's $50 off, and it's a package and a plan that I'm very proud of. The execution on it was phenomenal from our team, and just very excited to get it rolling here.
Yeah, just to note a couple things. Like, yeah, I did the math. I just didn't want to extend the graphic, but it's over $200 or more at any of the competitors to add on college football. So just to keep that in mind, it's an added bonus. The other thing is some people will be very excited for it. Others can't play it, and we get that. So just to break it down, it does say on the site too, expires August 5th. The 1 week deal that's going right now is to get this week is to get you the all access. That's the key. So even if you can't play college football, you'll have access still to PGA. There's a major next week. MLB after the All-Star break is coming back. You'll get a ton of that. NASCAR all the way. All the stuff that we have in the meantime, you'll be able to be involved in. So we'll get you set up. You want a shirt there, Sky City, you just hit me up. But I'm saying just in general, you're going to get a lot anyways. And then on August 5th, the college football could go away. That's a possibility. So that's kind of the note on the expire. But like Hoop said, when you're on the site right now, it's very easy to do. You click this banner. It already hard codes in the coupon code. So you can already see where it took it from the $349 down. And when you sign up and you're good to go, it already knows to code you as an all access member everywhere. You'll get all the channels in the Discord. You'll get all the stuff we offer on the site. You'll be able to get in on the education courses right away. You'll be able to get the best ball rankings for drafters and for underdog. Like, you're able to get everything we offer. The stone, all the golf stuff, the baseball, anything you want will be included there. And then I think that's important too, because Philly Phantom brought it up. Can we use the affiliate link to get people signed up and get the early bird deal? That's huge. And I'm glad you brought that up. So if you guys didn't know, I brought it up over here. I'll show you quickly while I'm on this one. I'm on this tab. If you go to our site and go to the triple dot drop down and click affiliates, you go to register and it takes 2 minutes. You basically just have to put in your name, your email, where you're going to promote it, what you're going to do to promote it, and what your social media is. You don't have to put a ton on there, but just to note that you do it. After you do that, you're going to be able to log in. You will have a 20% commission rate where we will give back 20%. So if you sign up for the affiliate link, give it to your buddy and get one person to sign up for it. One friend, family member. If you're a content creator out there that's looking to drive revenue, there's not many sites that do anything like this, or some of our competitors that do have it cut it off after a certain amount of payments. We have it for lifetime, recurring. No matter how long they're with us, you'll get the money while they pay. You get it. 20%. Nuance is in it for sure. He's making money. Anytime you hit $50 payout, it gets paid monthly. It just automatically hits. But if you get somebody to sign up for the $299, that's almost $60 in your pocket that pays right back towards yours. So now you got yours for $60 off, $299 less 60, and you're in for $239 with everything else going with you. Get another person to sign up, you bring your price down even more. So it's just another added bonus that we have. If you go to the site too, I'll note it one last time, you can click directly to get this deal. If you do go to join the nation, we did make the pricing a lot more simplified, and we'll leave on this note probably, Hoop. I'll let you get final thoughts, but everything we cover is in there for all access. It's the same deals that we already had, but now with Shiptimizer coming, again, nothing till August 5th, so you don't need to add this, or if you do, it won't be in check until August 5th, so just note that. All future sports added will be included. That's to note what we do cover for the optimizer. All future sports added will be included. Still no Discord with the weekly packages. That's just the way it's going to be. Single sport, football, not just NFL, but college. Right now, $299, or it's the best deals to get the $349 for $299. If you didn't see the link on the front page, it's code NFL50 if you want to throw it in there. So just to note that, you can get the $50 off that way as well. All the pricing is in there for PGA and for MLB. And then we are going to launch a data-only product as well, where if you just want the projections and ownership, obviously you'll lose the stone, you'll lose the community, you'll lose the core reports, the value reports, the slate plans, the tier rankings, the course fit rankings. That's just within golf. But just to note it, if somebody wanted just the data-only or the data-only and optimizer, we are going to offer that as well upcoming. Hoop, any final thoughts? I know we'll wait to see if any questions come in, but obviously people are going to watch this on playback midday on a Friday, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, very excited, obviously. We talked about it. We talked all the way through it, and, a core business value of mine and yours has always been to provide an affordable product for the industry, an all-encompassing affordable product in the industry that represents elite value, and we're at that point. And again, a lot of work has gone into this. We're very excited. We're very confident in our team. We're very confident in the content that we will be producing this NFL season and other sports as well along the way. And the final step is just duplicating the success that our community was able to accomplish last season. That's the final step in all this. We have everything else covered. We got the projections, we got the ownership, we have the content, we got the slate plan, we have the core plays, the DVP, everything set up, ready to go. The final step is the Ship It Nation logos getting to the top of the leaderboard. And if it's anything like it was last season, it's going to be a big freaking year, man. It's going to be a big year for this community, and I could not be more excited.
Yeah, JMO, this definitely is the way it works. If you're a $69 All Access member, you are going to get the $69 will include NFL stuff. It just won't include ShipIt. That's where, if you saw on the site under Join the Nation, I'll pull it up real quick while your question's there. If you go under single sport, your option is going to be to change your, where it is right here, All Access from $69 to $99. And there may be a special offer coming up, so you could just wait. But I'm just saying, like, that's an example where if you want to add ShipIt, you can. Projections will still be loaded. Ownership and projections will be loaded over to the solver if you're already with our partner over there. And Jeremy said it. He gets it. Pay less for content, play more DFS contests. You'd be surprised, but it adds up quickly. Like if someone's paying, you just saw the difference in the graphic, right? And bring it back up again. But if you're paying $569 or $1,000 or $1,100 versus $299, it's hundreds. It's over $500. But $200 to $500 depending on what you're looking at. $125 even. It's still extra money that you can put into your contests on DraftKings. It's a huge part of what we're trying to do to make sure people can stay in the game.
100%, and that's something we've talked about from the beginning. Pay less for content, play more contests, and like you said, it can add up big with the amount that these sites are charging, the competitors are charging. It adds up in a big way, and you might not realize it. I mean, you're talking potentially hundreds of extra dollars to play in DFS contests. You can take a chance at that $100 milli maker that you've wanted to take a chance on the last couple of years. I mean, there's the difference is big, and it can amount to big money. I mean, if you go on to actually win a big contest with the money that you're saving, the extra contest, the extra entries you're able to put in a DFS contest, man, it could potentially be a life-changing decision, to be honest with you.
And that's the key of the $299 too. Like Eddie talks about, we do have channels as well. I literally shipped the tennis slate the other day just with the two guys in there with our guy Pickett, who's always helped us out. And then there's a new guy in there helping out as well. Soccer slates have been the same. Those are just included community channels. They're not official offerings from Ship It Nation. But when you sign up for this deal at $299, not only do you get the full all access to the sports we cover, but you're going to get all those channels as well, the betting channels, anything like that you want to check out. Ross talks about just the other day, 62 into 1,500. I do want to cover one more thing quick, Hoop, just because, this all access, like 69, we said from the start, we would keep it under 99. That's been what the goal is. And I believe this will be able to be 89 as well. Again, I'll tease some stuff, but I think it'll be able to be get for 89 if you want to wait for that. But if you're going to be in on NFL right now, the biggest thing is to get the $299 deal, get all the all access. And I'll add one more piece I don't mind advertising. If you're a PGA only member with us paying $29 or $39 a month, and you are going to sign up for NFL, you actually are better to sign up for NFL right now. We get it all the time when we offer those free trial weeks where people say, well, when do I get to check out the other sports? Now would be the time. Cancel that or hit us up. We'll help you upgrade. It's very easy. I'm saying, and most people won't tell you to do this, but this is actually better for you to move over to the $299 deal for the next week while it exists. Get 2 free months of $70 a month all access, really $100, because in a month, ShipIt will be $99 a month or $89 a month. And then on top of it, you're able to get the best deal on NFL anyway that you were waiting around for, instead of waiting for after doing nothing for 2 months and then signing up. So if you're a PGA only member, it probably is a better deal. And if you're already going to get NFL anyway, to just move off that, move over to the $299 deal and save some cash and get all access for the next 2 months. Hoop, any other final thoughts that you want to add before we get out of here?
No, man, you nailed it. And again, just to reiterate, very excited about this product, very excited about Ship It Nation, very excited about the community. And we're going to have a big NFL season, and we want as many people as possible to enjoy and be a part of our growing community.
Yeah, get in there now, guys. It's an easy one-click link at the top. Check it out. If you have any questions, my DMs are open. You can hit me up on X at ToeTagginTambo. If you're a member, you can tag it in general discussion. If you think it's going to be a question that everybody would have, do it in there. If you want to hit me up privately, add me as a friend on Discord and shoot a message over that way. Be able to help you out. But we got a big team over here. A lot of people ready to help out. Members are the key. They're always in there helping others out. So we love to see that. that's going to do it for this one, guys. We appreciate you sticking with us. We ended up going to 45 minutes, but it was a pretty good launch show, a very good offer. We're excited for this upcoming NFL season. For Hoopster and for myself, ToeTagginTambo, let's ship it.